Hello. Uh, yeah, my first sail didn't go so well. Uh, well, it went okay, but I never reached my destination. It was a good practice run. Let's put it that way. Um, I sailed out past there's a lighthouse in a series of rocks to the south of Plymouth, several miles out, at least 20 miles or something out into the channel. Well, maybe not 20. I don't know. Um, anyway, I sailed out there, and then my course was to take me directly west to Falmouth. My thinking for this course was the wind's coming from the north. Um, it might just be easier to sail a more direct route, like a route with less turns. Let's say just a simple route. But I've spoken to a few other sailors, and they say no, I would have just sailed directly there. It turns out that the wind was actually coming from the west. So when I started my second leg of the journey, I was sailing directly into wind, which was a bit annoying. So then I had to bring in the sails and get by an engine power. Unfortunately, after an hour, the engine gave out. Maybe not quite. Maybe it was 2 hours, but after a while, the engine just it failed to produce power. The RPMs dropped and it stalled. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. But yeah, no, I was dead in the water, wondering what do I do. And the only I could try zigzagging my way to the rest of Falmouth, which was a possibility. But I wouldn't have gotten there in any reasonable amount of time, and it would have been pitch black when I did get there. Another problem that I've had is like the instrument for the wind doesn't tell me what the wind speed is, right, which is quite annoying. I'm gonna have to get that fixed because even though I was using Windy, I don't have a mobile connection out in the ocean, so I can't see what the actual wind speed is. I'm sure there's other ways that you can measure it, but you need to know this kind of information for when you've got the sails out. Do I reef it? Do I bring them in? All that stuff. So yeah, it was a wee bit annoying. But yeah, I just ended up just turning the boat around, and I sailed it. I couldn't get the mainsail up anyway, because I couldn't get the boat into winds because it was out of power. So I just steered it back downwind and put out the Genoa again, and I just sailed back to Plymouth. It was quite the trip, and I was cacking myself a wee bit when it all went wrong. But no, it was okay. I got back. Good boat. It sails really well, actually. I find so. Things were moving about in the cabin. Yeah, I don't really have much to say, but yeah, there's some serious waves and serious chop when you get further out into the open water. So noted. Um, I think I'll hug closer to the coast, if only for the smoother water. Um, yeah, a few lessons to learn. I don't know what's wrong with the engine. I think someone said it might be the fuel filters got clogged up. I've got a spare fuel filter, so maybe I could just take it out and replace it, and then go buy a replacement or something. Don't know. But I've got some footage of the wee sailing trip that I did. I didn't take much, and I'll send it to you. Okay. Right. Ta-ra! see in the camera, but off to the right there's a wee lighthouse or something. Now, I'm not going to steer us directly to it. I'm not going to steer directly to it, but that's the point where I loop around and go west. So we'll see how it goes. Right. There. So I think I'm almost at waypoint 2. So waypoint 2. So there's 3 waypoints in this journey. Waypoint 1 was just at the Plymouth breakwater. Waypoint 2 is coming up, and you see that lighthouse over there? I'm trying to avoid it big time. But that's, I go around that, so I'm waiting until it's past me. It's currently at 90 degrees. No, well, it's at a bearing of like 230, 240. I look at it for the compass. So yeah, I'm just waiting until that's behind me, and then I turn and head west, and then I'll be in Falmouth in a couple of hours. Getting there. Taking lots to see. There's a whole pod of dolphins here. Hello! Just right up at the boat. I wondered what hit off the bottom of the boat, but yeah, did I hit a dolphin? No. Come up to see me anyway. Didn't expect that. That was nice. Oh, there we go. Hello. Hello. Very cute. Hey! Don't know what dolphins they are though. Dolphins. My suicidal autopilot is at the helm. I don't like it. I get a smoother ride when I'm doing it, but it keeps a course. It's peaceful out there. Choppy though. Yeah, to be expected. I do wonder, I put a whole bunch of tools in the aft cabin, and when I was rolling over a few waves, I could hear some sort of rumbling around. I'm just wondering if some tools just fell off or fell over. I have to check the damage. No, this is fun. I'll have to get the. I'll definitely have to get the stern gland checked because it shouldn't be gushing in that much water while the engine's running, while the propeller's turning, but it is. So yeah, I'll have to find out if I can get someone to do the stern gland stuffing for me, because I mean I don't know how to do it, and I'm sure there's a how-to and how to do it. I don't want to take the boat out of the water to do it. If I can get someone to do it at a marina or something like that, that'd be good. I should have got it done before when sailing, obviously. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, to be honest, but it's not great. It's not a big deal once the engine's off, but when the engine's running, I don't know, you constantly have to pump out the bilge. Well, you don't have to constantly pump out the bilge from water, but I mean, I was going for about half an hour to an hour with the engine running, and I had to pump out a lot of water. Well, not tons, but more than I've had to recently, you know. Anyway, yeah. So, enter. So here we are, pretty much at waypoint 2. So pretty soon I'm going to take a turn. Damn it. I'm going to take a turn for 218.
well, sorry, 268 degrees. And I'm going to be on this course for 48 nautical miles until we get to Falmouth. That shouldn't be too bad. I've been a good skipper. I've been keeping my logs, and I've only got one waypoint on there. I hit that at 9:30, so. And once I realised that I really need to get a watch. I thought I had a watch, but it's gone walkabout. Same for my walkie-talkie. It's also gone walkabout. Yeah, I mean I've got my VHF radio, but that's not. I had a walkie-talkie for just handhold traffic and stuff, short-range traffic. But yeah, no, conditions are really good. I can, as I say, I can make about 5 knots with just the headsail up, so I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm going to be turning into wind a wee bit, so I might have to get the mainsail up now or soon. Bedroom's a mess. Just dumped everything in there. My hat.